What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. So, my post thoughts on this Super Bowl, I thought it was very lackluster. There was no excitement. And I'm not saying that because my Niners weren't in it. I was just looking for a good competitive game. I know the Seahawks played us tough and gave us a close competitive game, beat us. And Denver Broncos killed the Patriots. So I thought it was going to be really a shootout, a battle of wills, an athletic team versus a very seasoned quarterback. And it was really the opposite of that. It was very one-sided, very dominant. Similar to why some people hate guys like Mayweather or Guillermo Rigondeaux when they fight. It's because you see them pulling away with such a lead that you don't expect them to lose. But the good thing about boxing, one of the things that I love about boxing versus other sports, is fighters can work their way out of a deficit with one punch versus like the Broncos game. I could tell early on when they were getting buried. I'm like, man, if they go into the halftime scoreless with nothing on the board, it's going to be hard to manage to dig yourself out of that particular hole. I mean, your spirit should be down if you're going to halftime, and I think it was like 21-0, and they couldn't get their offense going. I mean, that'll crush your spirits, that alone. Plus, the Seahawks were getting the ball on the kickoff, and then after the halftime, they got the ball. First play, the Broncos kicked it, and they ran it back for a fucking touchdown. So they were just really burying them. But with boxing, one of the things that I love is one punch can change everything. We've seen Chavez Jr. get beat easily, it looked like, for 11 and a half rounds in one punch, rocked Sergio Martinez, and he was almost able to put him away. Or John Molina Jr. versus Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay got overconfident. He had the fight under control, and then he lost control over the fight. And I've seen this play out time and time again in boxing versus football. I love my football also, but there's just something you can't duplicate with boxing, just that unexpected. I never expected to see Adrian Broner get bull rushed and badly hurt and never recuperate against Marcos Maidana. I know Marcos Maidana's tough as nails. He's a big puncher. I knew all of that. But I didn't think it would happen in that dominant of a fashion where Marcos Maidana would just beat him every single round, damn near. And again, with boxing versus like a sport like football, I could tell you they were getting buried and they were getting suffocated, and it was almost virtually impossible, especially in that magnitude of a game, to come back from a deficit. I think the announcers even said in the Super Bowl, 14-0 was the biggest comeback in a Super Bowl. So when they were down like 4 and 5 touchdowns, I was like, hell no, there's no way that they're going to come back. And Peyton Manning's an elite quarterback. So that's what I like about boxing, because people hate Rigondeaux or whatever. Oh, he's boring, because it's a one-sided affair. But if Nonito Donaire, being a seasoned fighter as well, and a fighter with speed and punching power, all he has to do is clip him and land him with one shot that discombobulates him, and he has the fight, no matter how much he got outboxed or anything. That's all it takes. Kind of like the Vic Darchinyan. Darchinyan was holding his own. He was doing good against Nonito in the rematch, and he got caught. He got too confident, came in crazy, and got sparked. It happens, and that's what I love about boxing. Another Super Bowl / boxing news, Floyd Mayweather took to Twitter and Instagram, social media. He said he did not bet $10 million, $10.4 million like it was rumored on the Broncos. And I don't know, it's his money. I'm not his accountant. I'm not the money team, so I don't know where his money goes. All I know is what he said, and he issued that statement saying that. And someone told me that he has an interview from a week ago, even before the results of the Super Bowl, saying that he did not bet $10.4 million on the Broncos. The rumor was generated, obviously, because he does a lot of sports betting, and I don't know. But he's saying it's a rumor, and he would have picked Seattle Seahawks to win it all, and he did not bet that type of money on the Broncos to win. I don't know. Could he be lying? Yes. Maybe he did lose $10 million, but, I mean, given his last fight, he made like 80 to 100 mil. Plus, he fought another time and got like a guaranteed 32 to 36 mil against Robert Guerrero. So, even if he did lose 10 mil, which I don't know if he did, I don't think he's he's hurting. I mean, it would be upsetting if anything. Like, fuck, I really just wasted $10 million on some bullshit on a bet. So, um, he also took to social media and said the fans get to pick now, Marcos Maidana or Amir Khan. I mean, Adrian Broner did the same thing in his last fight. He's like, the fans get to pick my fight. And I don't know that the fans picked Marcos Maidana out of all the people, because I know some people wanted to see him fight Danny Garcia. Some people wanted to see him fight Matisse. And the Maidana fight was made. So I don't know. I just want to cut the bullshit and just really pick your opponent, announce it, so we can start planning and get it into our mind as fans who the fuck you're going to be fighting. Enough with the charades and guess who I'm going to be facing, or you get to pick. Like, fuck that, because again, there's no like central, like, okay, so where do we vote and who's tallying these votes? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have much faith in that voting. I don't even know where the fuck to vote. It's just like American Idol or whatever, any of those shows. You don't really know if your votes are really counting. They can do whatever the fuck they want and say, America is chosen. We're kicking Taylor Swift off, you know what I mean? Or whoever the fuck is on them shows. So I feel like just announce the fucking opponent. Fuck this voting shit. Because how do I even know my vote counts? That's my whole point. And where do I vote? So I just think ultimately he's going to pick who he wants to pick. Maybe he's using it as a census to get a pulse from the fans to see who he wants to fight, and then he's just going to pick whoever he wants to pick anyway. So I just feel like cut all the fat and get straight to the meat, and let's go. Pick your opponent. Pacquiao's picked his. Canelo has his. Miguel Cotto and Sergio Martinez looks like they're finalizing their offer. Hopefully that gets done and announced. And I'm just looking forward to some good boxing. The last 2 years has been great for me as a boxing fan. Got to see a lot of memorable fights that I would want to watch over and over again. And I'm looking forward to that. Started off kind of slow, but so did last year. Last year, I think in January, we had Gennady Golovkin, Rosado. You had Mikey Garcia, Orlando Salido. And the Kell Brook and Devin Alexander fight got scrapped. So it started off slow. The Danny Garcia, I believe, and Zab Judah was supposed to happen in February. I believe it got pushed back to April. So it's looking similar. It takes time within the year to build up the big fights, but hopefully come March, April, May, we have back-to-back fights, because Canelo's fighting in March. That's a big fight with El Perro, and Pacquiao's going to fight in April. Bradley rematch, another great fight. And then Mayweather's going to fight whoever the fuck the fans pick or whoever he picks or whatever. So let me know what you guys think of the Super Bowl. What do you think of Mayweather having the fans, quote unquote, pick his opponents? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.